Hello and welcome to this tour of my little home studio. Just outside the studio door we have a little fish pond which is lovely to sit and watch the fish go by. I also like to feed the birds and we have a little bird feeder on the studio window. This is the back door. You can see Holly's peeping her head out there. Get back inside, Holly. Now as we come in and we turn to the left, there's my little sewing table and my beautiful little Cricut Joy. I love making things with my Cricut. And I have some spare canvases ready to go. I've already primed these ones, so they're ready to just pick up and paint. I have some storage space over here, some shelves with some portrait style paintings. And here's a little nook in here that's very handy for storing some extra paint and some extra brushes and things like that, some old canvases. Got my paint pens and scissors and all useful things in there. There's also a little chest of drawers where I keep some frames and some old portfolios and things like that. There's a little pantry cupboard here. This studio used to be a flat, so it has a little kitchenette with a pantry, and the pantry is a perfect place for me to store little art supplies. And some bubble wrap for posting and my laminating machines and things like that. This is the little sink area, which is very handy to have. I have my little basin and my dish soap and my hand soap and moisturizer. And here we have some holders for the brushes and a little brush cleaning pad. In the corner here we have the diffuser with my aromatherapy oils and also a little sign to remind me to take a break. We put this old piece of wood on the top of the counter to protect it because, as you can see, sometimes it gets really messy up here. And there's a bin for all our bits and pieces, rubbish. And over here is a little seating area and a little shelf area where I display some of the ocean themed paintings. It's a good place to put the paintings. I call it my wall of contemplation. When I'm finished with the painting, I pop it up there and look at it for a few days to see if there's anything I'd like to change until I'm happy with it. Here's my little comfy chair that's good for taking rests in between painting projects. And Holly keeping watch over there. Over here, just behind my painting station, I have a little chest of drawers for my arts and crafts. There's just ribbons and glitter and all sorts of things in those drawers there. I have some boxes and some paints. The paints are left on, it's almost like a little ladder shelf thing, which is very handy. And these boxes are good for storing that toned paper that we make. There's just some extra sheets ready and waiting to go. I find it easier to have everything set out ready to go, and then it's less energy of the setting up. You can just walk in, pick up a brush and start painting. Here are my brushes on the table, and you can see my video cameras up there as well for when I do my videos for YouTube. Sound equipment and things like that. A cleaning jar that seals to keep the fumes down if I do happen to use some turpentine sometimes. I have a standing easel here in the corner, which is good for larger pieces of work. My computer, and then the little desk easel, that's where I make the videos for YouTube. And my husband very cleverly designed a little holder here for my kitchen towel and also a toilet roll, which is really good for cleaning up little messes and things that I make. Here's my comfy chair, my notice board, and over here we have an antique school desk. This desk we brought with us from Africa when we moved to Australia, and it's going to be a family heirloom one day. It's still got the little seats that lift up like in the olden days. It's a very old school desk, but the grandchildren like to sit there now, and this is their easel and their masterpieces. I've just got a little box that I attached under the easel, and that's where all their art supplies stay. The grandchildren love to come in here and do painting with Nana. I feel very lucky to have a space dedicated just to art. It's so nice to have a place to display little pieces of work, little practice items. For many years I painted out of a box at the kitchen table, so I know how it is to paint in a very small space too. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my studio, and you might even leave with a few ideas for your own space.